Uh-huh.
I don't wanna do your
We love the rain.
The Suicide Squad is the latest movie from DC Comics and the Warner Brothers Studios, which is this time directed by James Gunn, who previously directed the Guardians of the Galaxy series on Marvel, which are pretty good movies. I wasn't really that much hyped about this movie because I know what kind of movies usually James Gunn make, and I kind of saw it coming, like what this movie would be if James Gunn made it. I knew it's gonna be a comedy. I knew that it was going to have big action scenes, and it did. James Gunn is a great director. Just wanted to say that before anything else. So, this Suicide Squad is not exactly a sequel or a prequel to the previous Suicide Squad movie. You remember that shit?
So that's your old lady, huh?
Fuck me. So anyway, this time around, James Gunn is back to redeem some people like he did in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. And this movie starts real quick. Like, I mean, really, really quick. This movie just starts. And the whole movie is kind of a one-day mission. Like, everything's happening right now and very fast. You get through all the boring things that you need to know about the Suicide Squad, like...
You know the deal. Successfully complete the mission, you get 10 years off your sentence. You fail to follow my orders in any way, and I detonate the explosive device in the base of your skull. We are a Black Ops unit, meaning nothing you see here ever happened.
Yep, so that's still in here, but those things just done in the first 10 minutes. We get rid of all that shit, and we are introduced to some new people. This time around, Will Smith is not here, obviously. In his place, there's Bloodsport, played by Idris Elba, who is fucking fantastic in this movie.
Who the fuck is Bloodsport?
Robert Dubois. He's in prison for putting Superman in the ICU with a kryptonite bullet.
And Margot Robbie, you all know how Margot Robbie is.
Hey guys, sorry I'm late. Had to go number 2.
Good to know. Probably the best casting of Harley Quinn there could have been, and still is. She is still amazing. There are some new people like Ratcatcher 2 and Polka Dot Man and Peacemaker, played by John Cena. So this time around, the Suicide Squad needs to go to an island where there are some information if which got out, the US would look really, really bad. So the Suicide Squad's mission is to go and retrieve those information and never let that out. And man, when they said they're dying to save the world, that was literal. There's a lot of deaths in this movie. People die. People die very badly. This is very hard R. This movie is very, very funny, but there's a lot of gore. There's a lot of unique way James Gunn kills a lot of people, and it's fucking amazing to me because I love that shit. There's a lot of people dying left and right, like good people, bad people, everyone. Just like they're nothing. Sometimes I didn't see it coming, sometimes I did, but he gave you the feeling of dread that your favorite characters could die at any moment, and that was really exciting for me. I did not know who would survive in the end. Everyone in this movie is funny. I mean, I knew that, but I thought there would be 1 or 2 characters who would not be that important, but they're all kind of funny. And you get bits about them that make you care about them. There's not a lot of information that they feed you like they did in the first Suicide Squad, but you still care about them. There are some good heart-to-heart moments between these characters that make you feel like you know these people, and they all have unique backstories, not something that you have seen before, because these are unique characters that you have never seen before or probably even heard of before, like the Ratcatcher, Polka Dot Man. I didn't know shit about these characters, but they turned out to be my favorite characters. I loved Ratcatcher too. I fucking loved her. I mean, she is the sweetest person in this whole movie. I wondered throughout the whole movie how she ended up with these bad people. Most of them are seemingly very bad guys. They did not do good things to come here, but she did not do shit. She's genuinely a good person. So knowing how she ended up here is also a bit sad. It's heartbreaking, and there's a chemistry between her and Bloodsport, played by Idris Elba, which is beautiful. I love their chemistry.
I want to get you out of here alive.
I'm going to get you out of here alive.
I loved everyone's chemistry in this movie. There's King Shark, who's like really, really funny, played by Sylvester Stallone.
Any questions?
And
Yes, that is your hand. Very good.
He probably has one of my favorite scenes in the whole movie. So yeah, everyone does a lot in this movie. There are like 10-15 characters, but however many characters there are, they do some things in this movie. There are some really what the fuck moments in this movie. Like, this movie does surprise you more than once in just under 2 hours, and it's amazing. I mean, only probably James Gunn could do it. And there's a big action sequence in the end. Of course, it's a superhero movie, that's what you're here for, and they deliver. It's a great scene. There's a lot of action in this movie that is well done. The CGI is great in this movie. They clearly had the budget, they clearly knew what they were doing, and it looked amazing. This movie was really, really funny. This movie surprised me quite a few times, doing some really shocking things that I did not see coming. And this movie also has some really humanizing moments to show depths to all their characters. You can feel that these characters, they're the lowest of the low. They're the bottom drawer of villains. Most of them aren't even supervillains. Most of them don't even have powers. They are just villains. They're just kind of team of losers. But this movie successfully shows them to be more than that. This movie makes them great at what they are. Like I said, I wasn't really hyped about this movie. I thought I knew what this movie would be. Mostly I knew that this movie was gonna be a comedy, which it was, but I was surprised by this movie and I loved it. I think this is one of the best movies from DC. There's not much in DC that I can say that about, but this is really good. This was really fun watching. So I'm gonna give this movie a 7.5 because this was a really good time, had a lot of fun, shocked me in a few ways. It was great. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, if you like the video, you know what to do. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I will see you on the next video.